right, everybody, this is tonight's lesson. The lesson, you've glued this in, our data information from 11 different zoos. Our heading is median and mode. And okay, so we have 11 different numbers. There was 11 different zoos that were surveyed. And here is the number of monkeys at each zoo. And we're going to be looking at some statistical measures, how we can analyze this data. The first thing we're going to look at is how to find the median. How to find the median. Okay, so step 1. The first thing we need to do is to take all these numbers, and if you notice, they're randomly distributed. They are not in any kind of order except this was zoo 1, zoo 2, zoo 3, zoo 4, etc., all the way to the 11th zoo. So we need to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the smallest number. I see some 20s, some 30s, some 40s, and I think the smallest number is a 12, so that's going to be my smallest number. I'm just going to go ahead and list them over here. And then the next number that I see, the next biggest is a 16, and I'm crossing them out because once I've used them, I'm not going to use them again. Then I have an 18, and I see another 18, and then I see a 25, and let's see, what's next? I think I see a 28 somewhere. Yeah, okay, there's a 28. Why don't you pause it and go ahead and put the rest of the numbers in and see if you come up with the same thing that I do. 28, 30, 34, 36. Okay, we're done with everything but the 40s. Then we have a 42 and a 44. Okay, so I have all my 11 numbers listed. Let's go ahead. I always double check. Let's count to make sure I have all 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I have them all crossed out. So I have listed, I've ordered my data least to greatest. That's step 1. Okay. Step 2 is to find the middle. Find the middle number, and that will be your median. That will be your median. And I know that some of you like to, or maybe you learned the rainbow technique. You certainly don't have to do that in sixth grade, but if it works for you, like sometimes I cross them out. But if you want to use the rainbow technique, you can. Here's how you do it. Okay, so the 12 will come up and it will knock out the 44. The high and the low, they're gone. The 16, that's the next lowest, will knock out the next highest, the 42. The 18 will knock out the next highest, that's 36. This 18 will knock out the next highest, that's 34. The next lowest will be 25. That'll knock out this 30, and that tells me that I have one center number, and it worked out real well this time because we had an odd number of numbers. We had 11, so we had 5 above it and 5 below it. So it's real easy to find the median. If you have an even number of numbers, you're going to come out with 2 in the middle. Those are the 2 center numbers. So I'm going to tell you what to do if you have 2 middle numbers. All you do is find the mean of them. And you learned today that mean is just the average. In other words, all you'd have to do is add and then divide by 2, since there's only 2 numbers. That's if you have an even number of numbers and you have 2 medians, which we do not today. Okay, so here is our median. It is 28. That is our median of this set of data. What does that mean? That means it is the center number. Half of all zoos have fewer than 28 monkeys. Half of all zoos have more than 28 monkeys. All right, now let's talk about the mode. The mode is the number that shows up the most. So get it, mode, most, shows up the most often. Okay, so looking at my data, there's only one number that's repeated, and that's this number 18. So this 18 is my mode. Okay, let's do a little highlighting to help us just make our notes color coordinated. Okay, so I have the median. What does the median mean? It means the middle. And my median number was this 28. Remember, if there's 2 middles, you average them together. You take the mean of them. Okay? And the other thing we learned in today's lesson was the mode. The mode is the number that shows up the most often. And my mode, the number that was repeated, was this 18. And sometimes it's possible to have more than one mode. Okay, so I have something here that will help you remember. Okay, it's a song, and it goes like this. It's set to the tune of Hey Diddle Diddle. So I'll write it. It goes, hey diddle diddle. The median's the middle. Hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. Then the next line is, you add and divide for the mean. Whoops. The next line is, the mode is the one that you see the most. And then we have another measure that we're going to talk about later. It's called the range. It just means the difference between the highest and the lowest. Okay, so it goes, hey diddle diddle, the median's the middle. You add and divide for the mean. The mode is the one that you see the most, and the range is the difference between. Okay, so it's color-coded here. Mode is the one that you see the most. The median's the middle. Add and divide for the mean. We talked about that yesterday. The range is the difference between. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Okay, that is all. Thank you. Bye.